All right, Mongo, I guess we are live. We are testing it out. We're supposed to be going live on our Santino Brothers Twitch, our Santino Brothers YouTube channel, and also our Santino Brothers Facebook channel. Actually, my Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, so, Sylvia's over there. She's actually giving me the thumbs up, says, yeah, we are live on YouTube, I think it was. So, okay, so we decided to start a little bit early. And you know what? Since we are starting a little bit early, I had a couple of social media tweets that I wanted to. There we go. So I went ahead and I'm producing the whole thing myself. I put the lights up, right?
Great, brother.
We haven't been doing shows, so I figure I got to put the lights to work, right? So,
yeah, you paid for them.
Yeah, right. So we're going to have Lucas Riley here today. And we're actually going to be doing this weekly, Mongo.
Right.
So we're going to be doing this weekly. We got about 16 people watching right now. So we're going to have Lucas Riley here. We're going to talk to him about how he broke into wrestling school. You're supposed to be 18 years old when you break in. And I think he just turned 20. And he's been around for like 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, he's been around for about 5 years. So we're going to talk to him about that.
So you're saying Lucas got over on us?
He got over on Sylvia.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the admissions director.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm only human.
So if you guys have questions, just go ahead and hit us up in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and ask Lucas Riley any of the questions that we have. Did you watch any wrestling this week?
I did not watch any wrestling this week.
What did I watch? Last week I watched the Brody Lee
tribute show.
Yeah, I watched the Brody Lee tribute show,
and that was very sad. I heard his lungs were in really bad shape, that they really couldn't do anything for him.
Yeah, I
mean, that's pretty.
We just had Supreme pass away this year on May 6th. So it just really just made me think about Supreme, watching the Brody Lee, just how touching it was. And just, hey, I guess the real message is, really tell people how much you love them right now.
Right. And appreciate life.
Yeah, appreciate life. But I thought it was a great show. I thought it was awesome. I think all the wrestlers, you could see it, the emotion in their faces, just really kind of wanting to do it, but having to find the power to dig down deep to push through.
Correct.
You definitely see that in there. And so I thought it was great, and so, just, man, 42 years old. He's my age, younger than you, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, just, if anything, right, just do what you want to do in life, right? I think that's what it teaches. That's what when Supreme passed away. And I think one of the big things, hey, Jezebel, can you do me a favor? And can we get I was supposed to put the internet wire in.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I think what's really taught me with Supreme passing was just, let all the bullshit go, and if any heat that you that you may have, like, really, what is the heat, and just, if you got people that you love, tell them that you love them right now. Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Because life is just short, right? No one. And I think when I was like 20 years old, I would have been 42. Oh, he was an old dude. Am I wrong, Mongo?
No, that's correct.
Yeah. Now I look at a guy like Zeus just died, Tiny Lister Jr., 62, and I was like, oh, he's so young. I'm right around the corner, man. 20 years, I'm 62.
And that's the only thing I hate about professional wrestling. It's not the politics or the bullshit you got to deal with. It's just the death. Because we know so many people that die at a young age. That's the only part about wrestling that I actually do.
I think I don't know, like the last couple of years, there's been a lot of death in wrestling. I thought for maybe like 10, 15 years, there was like a stop, because I think in the early 2000s, there was a lot of death. A lot of guys dying, right? Drug overdoses. Just Chris Candido got on the plane, and he had the blood clot in his broken leg, and just like so many different guys were dying. And I thought that we went on a good 10 to 15 year span of just not hearing that of so much. And it's just weirdly coming back, for whatever reason. Justice Payne just died in this last year from CZW. Justice Payne was a good guy, just, man, I just got, if I got anything to say, it's just really, hey, ditch the bullshit. what's the really what's the heat about? My buddy John Chavez always tells me, what did he really say? What do you really say? Oh, I didn't run the ropes well, or my drop kick is shitty. Well, how's your drop kick? Hey, well, you're not supposed to ask those questions, John. What the fuck? You're supposed to have my back, bro. And I would go, it needs work. All right, then you should work on it. So you're taking his side? No, I'm not taking his side. That's what he would say. I'm like, oh, you fucker, right? Really, what's the heat about? At the end of the day, you probably need to work on that drop kick, right?
That is correct.
Right? Yeah.
Gotta be honest with yourself.
Yeah, ditch the heat. It ain't worth fucking losing it. Yeah, it ain't worth losing no years. Like I lost some years with my Uncle Supreme over stupid shit, over stupid wrestling shit.
Right.
You know? Fuck, I'm glad I got the last 3 years with him, but man, just last year, what is it, July 5th right now? So July 4th, we did that show and he was there agenting the matches.
Was it me?
No, January.
January.
Yeah, we were gonna have him do the May show. So we got Lucas Riley has entered the studio.
Yes,
All right,
guys.
yeah. So
A minute before.
all right, so I guess we can officially start the show. We just wanted to kind of jump on, see if everything worked. We're trying something different. You see, we got our I guess we call them lower thirds. David Marquez would tell me.
What?
Live with the Santino Brothers, Kaos and Mongol. I know it's backwards. That gets me. But we do have Lucas Riley in here, so we're gonna go ahead and bring him on. So if you guys just stay patient with us, and we'll go ahead and bring Mr. Lucas Riley. All right, so we're gonna bring Mr. Young Lucas Riley on. Lucas, hey, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Question.
Oh, you have wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? He comes on. He's like, I got a question. He's interviewing us.
I'm already flipping the switch. Okay, right here. I see the screen. Right now it's looking long ways. Right now I'm going on my phone. Should I flip it this way? Let's see if that will work.
Hey, whatever you want to do, brother. If you flip it, that's fine. Hey, whatever you're more comfortable with. But if you ask me, always film in landscape. Always film your promos in landscape, right?
Yeah.
Maybe one day we're gonna switch it.
Exactly.
Now you're sideways, brother. There you go.
I think I got it. There we go.
You know, I sometimes see those Lucas. I don't know if you're watching football, but I sometimes see those commercials where I see the actual all the information is right in the middle, and I'm saying that commercial is for a phone, but they have it just right out there when you're watching football. So they're getting ready for everyone to just really
reach stuff off their phone.
Yeah, watch everything out, right? Follow the technology, right? And I guess that's what we're doing today. That's what we got. Lucas Riley. Where are you at right now? West Covina?
No, I'm in my room. I'm chilling. This is where I'm yeah, this is my room. I'm always chilling here. I'm sorry?
That's where all the magic happens?
Exactly. Everything happens right here. I don't have in here. However, I just got a projector. So I was trying to set that up so I could, watch my wrestling there. But yeah, do all my stuff here in my room for sure.
What have you been watching? What like so when you put that projector up, What does Lucas Riley want to watch when he's studying, or just when he wants to be entertained? What is your what are you looking for?
For the most part, it's kind of I'll go on YouTube and I'll see like what's recommended first. Sometimes I'll just click on random things. Some is good, some isn't so great. Recently, I've been on a major Tiger Mask kind of binge, I guess. I've been watching a lot of Tiger Mask as of late. But yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite? Mine's I guess got to be Dynamite Kid versus Tiger Mask.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
oh, that's the classic.
That's what got me into. Yeah, that's what got me into to watching Tiger Mask. I saw it was recommended, so then I started. What was it? I think it was Tiger Mask versus Mil Mascaras. So I watched that, and then I was like, oh, okay, this was cool. And then I looked up like Tiger Mask, like best matches, whatever. And then obviously Dynamite, the one with Dynamite Kid came up. So I searched that one up, and then yeah, that's where I went.
I mean, you're always gonna watch somebody, and you're always right. No, I really believe this. No matter what era it is, you're always gonna watch somebody and say they're ahead of their time. And everybody would always say that about the 100%. Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask. 100% for sure. Like it was just like if you watch that match today, it looks like they just it looks like something that could be on TV, on television on Wednesday night or Monday night or Friday night. You know. So speaking of, 100%. where did that match take place?
Yeah, I was talking
to who? Tell me.
Sounds odd.
Like where? No, I don't know where it took place. To be honest, I honestly don't. I couldn't tell you.
But it was a New Japan match, right?
I don't think. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm honestly not too sure. I can't tell you. I wouldn't be too sure.
Producer, we'd have him look it up.
But yeah. Yeah, no, I was talking to Wasco, Vinny Wasco the other day, and we were kind of just switching like matches, I guess. I was giving him some matches to watch. He was telling me some matches to watch, and that's one that I recommended, the Tiger Mask and Dynamite Kid, and I just said these guys are ahead of its time. Like exactly what you just said. That's exactly what I told him. Like I feel that match could go on and anywhere, and no one would notice a thing. Like they were just ahead of their time for sure.
What is that? Is that your favorite Tiger Mask match?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's kind of what put me on, really. Yeah, I was just on a binge, and then I saw it, and I was like, all right, this guy's no. You know what? I've been rewatching the Cruiserweight Classic. I've been rewatching the Cruiserweight Classic from a few years ago, and I was watching a TJ Perkins match, and the commentator said that he was very influenced by Tiger Mask, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's what kind of put me on to start watching them, and then yeah, that's how I fell into that binge actually.
Now you brought up Vinny Wasco, right? So you just don't know him from the dojo. You've actually known him. He's your
oh no.
Your YouTube buddy, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I've been friends with Mr. Wasco for quite some time now. I'd probably say maybe 2016, 15 before I even started training. Because Vinny Wasco and I, for the people that don't know, we both did YouTube. We're YouTubers. We were wrestling YouTubers, more specifically. We would go to shows and vlog it. We would review shows. We would review action figures. We would review, just everything wrestling related. Me and Vinny Wasco, we would cover it on our YouTube channels. So we kind of knew each other from there. Then me and another friend of mine, his name was Zach, we took a trip to Texas for WrestleMania 32, and that's when me and Vinny Wasco first met, and we hung out there, and yeah, we kind of spent like a little bit of time there, and then a couple years go by, and I started training, and I knew he wanted to start training, and then eventually he started training also at Santino Bros. So we reconnected there. So yeah.
Word of mouth, right? Hey, so you say you're a YouTuber. What, and you say you were a YouTuber.
Yeah,
so what did you used to do, and why are you not doing it now?
So the thing is, my channel before I was a wrestler was very like merch based, and when I first got into wrestling, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be making these kind of videos because I wanted to be taken seriously as a wrestler. I didn't want people to be like, oh, he's that YouTube kid trying to become a wrestler. I wanted to be a wrestler first. So I want, maybe down the line I'll do back to what I was doing, but I want to be known as a wrestler that does YouTube. I don't want to be known as a YouTuber that does like that wrestles. So I really wanted to stop YouTube for a bit. Every once in a while I'll vlog. I'll put up a vlog as Lucas, like going to a show, and I've done that a few times. And I want to keep doing it. However, with COVID going on, there's not really much to vlog. But as soon as COVID is over, I'm ready. I got a new camera during COVID. I have these lights here. They're on the side of me, so hopefully the lighting's pretty good because I paid for them. But as soon as COVID is over, I'm ready. I'm ready to the YouTube game. I'm stepping up for sure.
So you say you used to unwrap and rate the action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever plan on going back to that and doing that again, or is that gone? Is that
not honestly, possibly. Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, or Brian Myers, Kurt Hawkins. They have a podcast called the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, and their whole podcast and YouTube channel is just about wrestling figures. So I was like, wow, like these guys are doing it. I could do it. Like, and it was and it reminded me of something that you said. You said you were like, okay, I think you told me one time it was like, oh, why aren't you on PWG? Something like that. And then I was like, I think I may have said something where I was like, oh, maybe I'm too young or something like that. And then he was like, see, you're always going to think that until someone goes ahead and does it. And that was exactly what my mindset was when they started that podcast. I was like, dang, like I could have been doing this. But yeah. So I think eventually, to answer the question, I think eventually I will probably go back into the figures and maybe incorporate that. But because I mean, the love for like the figures and stuff never stopped. I still collect to this day, not as much as when I used to do the videos, because sometimes for my YouTube videos, like there would be stuff that I didn't even really want, but I was like, you know what, I should buy it. It would make a good video. So sometimes I'd buy to make the video, but now I'm just buying like whatever I want. So it's not as much, but I'm still collecting to this day. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I specifically remember telling you, get back on it. Like you got about, I don't know, 1,500 subscribers. YouTube ain't easy. It's rough. It's subscribers
really
come around rough. I think maybe followers and likes come a little easier than subscribers for some reason. And I've always encouraged you to keep doing it. And I know you always told me, I don't want the guys to kind of like, be the YouTuber guy trying to be a wrestler.
But I would just I would just do it, Lucas. Don't worry about anyone else. Just focus on yourself.
Yeah, definitely. You know what's funny?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What you said about subscribers. YouTube was actually my first ever social like media like ever. So I got a video camera for Christmas one year, or for my birthday. It was like a little cheapy one, like from Big Lots or whatever. And I was in 6th grade, so like I don't know, 11, 12. And I was like, yo, I should do this YouTube thing. And I didn't tell anyone. It was kind of just me. And I was like, I should do this. I should do this. So I did it. And if you go all the way down to my channel, like I'm in like 6th grade making these YouTube videos. And for the longest time, and understandably so, because if you watch them back, they're pretty cringy and they're not great at all. But I didn't gain no subscribers at all. And then I got like a little bit older. The quality went up. I kind of knew what I was talking about a little bit more. I was a little bit more mature. And then that's when the subscribers started to come. But it took like a good like couple of years for me to even gain a little bit of subscribers that I have. But yeah, no, definitely the subscribers are definitely hard to come by for sure.
Yeah, and that's a right. It's a good lesson for everybody watching, right? Like, because there's a lot of potential grapplers out there, and what do you have to do? One of the first things is get your social media presence.
That is correct.
And I think a lot of people, not a lot, but like 50% of people ignore YouTube as a and I was one of them. That's why this one is youtube.com/Mongo Santino. So yeah, definitely. It's always find what your niche is, because what you said, Lucas, you have a passion for these action figures, right? And it always breaks our balls when we see somebody do it and you're like, whoa, I thought I was going to get heat for doing this. There's a lot of people out there
Exactly.
that want to see those, that want to see those action figures like that. So
exactly. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, is there like a holy grail of action figures, like the one that no one can get their hands on? Is there the one that all the action figure guys talk about? Like, this is the one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there's a few. So the one that came up to my mind right away is like back in the 80s, there used to be these Hasbro figures. They were like this big, and there was a moon. They call it the Moon Belly Kamala. So I guess that Kamala figure came out in 2 different variations. One with a moon belly, like one with the moon on his stomach, and then another one where it didn't. The one with the moon on his belly goes for like thousands of dollars, and that's always like anyone that really collects wrestling figures, it's like that's like the first one that comes to mind, the Hasbro Moonbelly Kamala. I know a few have it. I know like Zack Ryder has it, and yeah, like it's really, really hard to come by for sure. Yeah.
That's what. So you got the knowledge, man. So you can't keep that. You gotta put it out there, right?
Share the love.
Yeah, share the love.
For sure.
Yeah, hey, because your kids are gonna watch your YouTube channel and they're gonna be like, "This is Pops right here, talking about all these, all this stuff, right?" You got the knowledge there,
yeah.
Like Mongo, exactly. And I definitely, wouldn't have known. So, but yeah, Jezebel's saying we have a bunch of questions.
I have a couple going right here that need to be answered.
Oh, you do have a couple of questions. Okay, so we got. I know we got a lot of people watching. So we're gonna answer some of the questions that our producer Jezebel is got for us. What do you got? What do you got, Jezebel?
From Ruby
All right,
Rays, we have, what was it like going through the Survive the Night tournament?
Did you hear that? What was it like to go through the Survive the Night tournament?
That was like that.
And that was the
more
Santino Brothers.
Than, like, I'm sure. Yeah. That seemed to like mean more to me than like a lot. Like that meant so much to me, honestly. Because like I think that was, well, I don't think this was like my first like ever like kind of accomplishment in wrestling. Like I have yet to win a title. I have yet to like do all these things, but that was like one thing where I was like, this is like so awesome. And to also like kind of like have the trust, like, okay, let's go with this guy. It was really, really cool for me to win the Up All Night Survive the Night tournament. And I have it up here. So actually right here I have I think you guys could see a little bit right here. I have a lot of like my collectible kind of stuff. Like this is the kind of like music and pop culture. Then right here I have some wrestling. Then here I have Back to the Future along with some wrestling. And yeah, the trophy's right there on the top shelf. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, it's right there. So for everyone could see. Very proud of that night.
I mean, there's nothing like a company, a booker, promoter that's gonna put their faith into you. There's like that's kind of like what it's all about. I get it. We wrestle for the big paydays, we wrestle to wrestle around the world, to wrestle the greats. But when somebody's saying like, hey, we're gonna put our faith behind you, that like means so much, especially the first time. Especially that first time. It's just so 100%. Incredible. It's cool, like, because I don't think, confidence
builder.
Yeah, like I've never won a tournament. Have you ever won a tournament?
I got politicked the way out.
I got politicked out. Okay.
Yes, I was having a tournament at the very end. The older guy said, I wanted to win it. They gave it to him, and that's what Hombre today.
We're not saying no names?
Order 66 is.
Oh, geez. So,
yeah,
you got another one? Do we have more?
Okay, yes.
Because I got a whole list, but if we have people asking questions, I definitely would just rather ask their questions.
Okay, this one I'm very curious about, so I need to know. Gino Told You So, alumni here at Santino Brothers, wants to know, who is your most influential trainer, and only name one. You won't get in trouble.
Yeah, no, I mean a few come to mind, but I'm trying to narrow it down to one. Since they're saying one, I wanna nail it down to one. First off, honorable mentions very quick. Obviously Robbie Phoenix. He's like literally all the groundwork for what I know goes to Robbie Phoenix. Obviously Joey, Mongol, they own the freaking, Santino Bros. Angel and Fern. There was a while where you guys were off doing Lucifer, and Angel and Fern took over the classes, and they really made sure we really wanted this, and that's when a lot of people started to drop, and that's what really, I think, really like made me more tough than I actually like am. So that was big. They made me lose my fear on a lot of things. A lot of the things I do inside the ring, I was way too scared to do, until they were like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And they just kind of made me just do it. And I did it. And I was like, oh my God, I could do this. Okay, cool. So big one to that. That would probably be the runner up. But I think the most influential probably would be Los Luchas. I feel like a lot of the stuff I learned in Los Luchas class, I do constantly in my matches. And I feel like they really polished me up. And I think that, that's kind of what the class is made for. But I think that class separates Santino Bros, like all of Santino Bros, from the rest. There's a lot of awesome wrestling schools, but Los Luchas really, I feel, polishes every single Santino Bros alumni. And I think they really had a big influence on who I am and how I wrestle and stuff like that. And I really want to like start doing more lucha, even more than I already was. So yeah, I would probably go with Los Luchas. Yeah.
You know what you are, brother? You know what you are, Lucas? You're a goddamn politician. Yeah. Hey, you went so right. And he was like one and only one. And he went and said, all right, hold on. I got to put everybody over.
Hey, I gave you my one. I gave you my one, but I gave you my
Those are two.
What do you mean it counts as one?
Hey, Los Luchas is.
I know.
All right. Helby Klein wants to know, who was your best opponent and why?
Okay, like I think for me, probably Andy Brown. Happy birthday to Andy Brown. It's actually his birthday.
Happy birthday, Andy
Um,
Brown!
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kick Andy Brown's ass one day.
Happy birthday to Andy.
Yeah, no, I just want to kick his ass in the street. Sorry, Lucas.
But Andy is amazing. He's definitely on another level, and it was during one of the Up All Night shows where he was there. I don't think he was scheduled to wrestle. I was gonna do a tag team match, and I did the tag team match. And then they were like, "Oh, would you like to wrestle Andy as well?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah, I would love to wrestle Andy." And I was able to wrestle Andy, and I that's a match I'm really, really proud of, and probably actually one of my favorite matches, or if not my favorite match. Like whenever someone is like, "Oh, send a match to someone," that's one that I like to send. I was very proud of it, and yeah, he was probably definitely definitely is my favorite opponent. I also wrestled him in a tag team match, and that was my favorite match for the longest until I wrestled him again in a singles match, and yeah, now here we are. So yeah.
And Andy Brown's a pretty big dude. So and I know that you've actually recently just gained some weight. So you were a small dude at that time, right? So let me ask you about that.
Yeah.
How much weight have you gained since COVID, right? Because I actually seen some pictures. It looked like you put on, I don't know, maybe at least 10 pounds.
Yeah, 10, 15 pounds.
What would you say? Well, you tell us.
Yeah.
How much did you put on?
As of today, I put on 15 pounds, 15 to 10, and I like to, or 10 to 15, and I like to say that because when I was wrestling, I was like before COVID, I was about 155. I was always going from 150 to 155, 150 to 155, and my weight would drop and increase like consistently. And then I picked up an injury.
Did we lose Lucas?
I think we lost Lucas.
He did. He did pick up an injury. Maybe we'll have to let him back in.
He's coming.
Oh,
Yeah, he's coming back. Come on. Technical difficulties. First show.
We're still working on it.
Yeah, we're still working.
Right, we're here, Lucas.
He's fixing it right now, so we'll come through. You got more, Sylvia saying she's got. You got a lot of questions.
4 more questions.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get Lucas back in.
No, but we're really proud of Lucas. He's been training, working really hard. He sent some photos over, and he looks great. You know.
Did he? How? Like, I mean, he looked a lot bigger, and it looked a lot better putting in the work. You know, so let me just take this off there. We'll get Luke. Oh, he is back. There he is. There we go.
Yeah,
now we got.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes, you were talking about you broke your leg.
Awesome.
Is that what gave you the opportunity?
Yes. So yeah, I before COVID, I was 155, and then I picked up an injury. I actually broke my leg. My fibula, to be more specific. I had to do surgery, all that stuff, and I went back to 150, and at one point 149. So as soon as I was able to start walking, they gave me a boot to start walking. As soon as I was able to start walking, I had some weights at my house, and I just started hitting the weights like consistently. I got protein that was working for me, just the regular whey protein, and I would do that every single night for 6 days, 6 days out of the week, and I've been doing that till this day. And now I'm at 165. So I've put on 10 to 15 pounds. That's why I like to say 10 to 15. So yeah.
What's your eating like?
Honestly, I'm like, I think it's like I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like the same that I always have been eating. I mean, to be honest, I've always been a pretty heavy eater, but I just never seem to gain the weight. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like normal, I guess. I wouldn't say crazy eating.
Come on, bro, you're not a heavy eater.
You're not a heavy eater at
Bro.
150.
Bro,
You're the guy
yes,
that they
I
kick
am.
spin in your face. Come on.
Wait, what?
Well, he was the guy. Hey, and speaking of, why was Lucas so small? Why was Lucas so small? Santino Brothers only take students 18 and over.
Ooh.
Don't get me started on that, Lucas.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
I have a story. I have a story for that.
Let's hear
Luke,
your
wait,
story.
Lucas Riley, right? He must have started when he was 15 years old. We only take students 18 and over, and he actually trained with Brody King, I think, at 14 or something like that.
At the time, it was 16 and over. And let him tell a story.
Oh my God. But yeah, you know what? I'll tell you this.
Okay.
This kid found a way to make it happen.
He wanted it, right?
Yeah, right.
He wanted it.
All right, tell me what? Tell
Yeah.
me, Lucas. Tell me.
Okay. So okay. So I would watch the YouTube thing. Back to the YouTube thing. I used to watch the channel like frequently, often. So for the people watching, I was in your shoes. I was watching this channel consistently. And I knew about Santino Bros. I think it was a YouTube search and a flyering, so both. And I would go on the website consistently, and it would say 16 and over for to start training. And I was like, okay, great. I think I was like 14 at the time, and I was like, sounds good. So I waited, and then during my 16th, like I was gonna become 16. So I was like, okay. So I called and I was like, hey, so like, what, like, how do I do this? How do I sign up? All this stuff. And I think Sylvia must have picked up the phone. Me not knowing that like it's just, it's Joey, Sylvia, Mongol. Like I'm talking to the same people, but I think I called like multiple question. I would just keep calling and I would keep talking to the same person, asking the same question. But they said you had to be 18 now. And I was like, oh my God, like I've been waiting, like 16 was the mark. What happened to 16? So I remember I was like, okay, I can't train, whatever. But I really wanted to get into a ring and I wanted to make a YouTube video like in a ring. So I was like, okay, I see we could rent it. We could rent the ring. So I was like, okay, let's see if I could rent it for my 16th birthday and like make a YouTube video out of it, whatever. And so then I called, and again, Jezebel picks up, and I'm like, okay, how much is it to rent the ring? So, and then she was like, what? Like, how about you just do a private session with Robbie and Brody, or like Robbie, the head trainer, whatever. And I was like, perfect. That sounds great. So for my 16th birthday, like I think a week later, I did the private session with Robbie and Brody, and then I loved it. And then 2 weeks later, I scheduled another private session, again with Robbie, and from there, I was like, okay, can I do the class? And then yeah, I was able to get in. So yeah, I did it.
And mind you,
except he was 15 at the time, is what I understand from what other people have thrown you under the bus and told me.
and he looked like he was 11. He's in there.
So his mom liked you?
Yes,
Oh! Hey, Lucas, did your mom like for you?
Yeah.
Oh!
What happened to that again? Oh, did she lie? No, bro.
In all fairness, though, I love the fact that your parents completely back you up and your success and are totally supportive. So that part is awesome, and that's why your little ass has been forgiven.
Hey, Lucas, I don't know if you know this, but one day we had a show here at the dojo, and the fence actually would not open. And it was time for everyone to leave, and the fence was locked. And the only way we got out was because your dad tore the chain.
He had like
He had to rip the chain apart to open up the gate.
Yeah.
You know, that was crazy. Those
Remember that?
Oh,
days of running.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes,
your
I
dad's
remember that.
Yeah.
did you have any more listener comments or questions?
Okay. Ian Bisley on YouTube wants to know if you've watched Wrestle Kingdom 15 and your thoughts on it if you have.
Yes, I have. Okay, no. I watched night 1. I was unable to watch night 2, but I watched night 1. Yeah.
How do you guys watch that at 3 in the morning? You waking up at 3 in the morning?
That's dedication. That's dedication right there.
Like everyone was asleep, so I had my lights off, everything, and I was just watching on my phone with my earbuds in, and it was great. I loved Will Ospreay and Okada. That match was amazing. It was probably my favorite match. Probably my favorite match that I've watched in a while. They're just on another level. I'm a big fan of Will Ospreay, heavily inspired by Will Ospreay. So that was definitely a match I was looking forward to. The tag team match was really good with God and Zack Sabre, and I'm blanking out on the guy's name, but that match was great. The Kota Ibushi match was off the charts. It was amazing. But definitely what did it for me was Will Ospreay and Okada for me. Yeah.
You mentioned Will Ospreay, and he was a smaller guy maybe a year or two ago, and he's gotten thick. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes what I tell the students, hey, I could preach to them till the cows come home, but they ain't gonna listen to me. They see their idol getting in shape, and they're like, hey, brother, it's on now. And Lucas is getting all jacked because you're getting pretty big, brother, but you gotta keep on it and get as big as Will Ospreay, man. Yeah. He can still do all his moves, right?
Exactly. That was something I was scared of, like losing agility by gaining weight, but he gained the weight and he still does these things that most can't do, which is incredible.
Everybody always says that. If I get a bit too big, I can't still do all my moves.
Hey, Lucas, there's 2 guys that come into mind that comes into play that really changed my mindset. That was a man named Superboy and another guy named Cronus. Cronus was around 200 and something pounds, high up there, and he was doing flips. And at that time, I was like, there's no excuse. You just got to put in the work, repetition over and over and over again. Right? Would you say?
Yeah, at 260 plus pounds, Cronus still to this day probably has the best 450 splash, not only looking, but on target. I don't know. Someone might say, hey, he jacked me up. Hey, he always had his shit perfectly on target at 265 plus pounds. So, yeah. I mean, I think it just really comes within you. Yoga. I'm sure you should be doing yoga. You're probably too young to be thinking about it. But me at 42, I'm like, I got to do yoga if I want to try to even
stay limber.
Yeah, 100%.
Makes sense for sure.
Hey, Lucas, who would you like to wrestle in 2021?
A few names come to mind. So one would be Jungle Boy from AEW. Great wrestler, obviously. Leo Rush is one that comes to mind. Blake Christian. Tony Deppen, Adrian Quest. I've never wrestled Adrian Quest. I've gotten people like to say our styles are pretty similar, so I would love to wrestle Adrian Quest one-on-one. And Jake Atlas. I've never wrestled Jake Atlas in a singles match. We would train all the time. When we drove everywhere. Never ever wrestled Jake Atlas one-on-one. Officially.
Who wins between you and Jake Atlas?
Me, 100%. 100%. I hope he's watching.
Now, with that being said, Tim Greer on YouTube wants to know, what are your feelings on Jake going to WWE?
Can you repeat the question?
What are your feelings on Jake Atlas going to WWE?
It was a surreal kind of moment because he's my best friend without a doubt. So for him to accomplish his goals, it was awesome just a little bittersweet because I knew he was going to need to make that move to Florida. But really, really inspiring because I was like, dang, like he did it. Like he did it. I was there and he did it. And I was like, if he could do it, like that just proves like I could, like we could do it. Yeah, that's basically it really inspired me to really like set my goals and like, okay, I want to do this and like I know it's possible. And because for the longest time I was like, okay, like how is this gonna happen? Like how is this gonna happen? But he made it to his goals, and yeah, it really, really inspired me for him to make it to WWE because that was something he would always talk about, just getting to WWE. So yeah, it definitely inspired me.
And what are your goals?
So I like to do short-term and long-term goals. Some of my short-term goals is to like make it onto the mainstream. Like I want to be more on the mainstream indies for a little bit. I've done a lot of SoCal wrestling, Vegas, the nearby stops, but I definitely want to venture out. I want the East Coast. I want to wrestle everywhere. I want people to know who I am, and then go. Just eventually, the long-term goal is to be where Kenny is at, where Jake Atlas is at, in
Oh, kayfabe, brother, kayfabe. Hey, well, you said you put a whole list of people.
Yeah,
Jake Atlas was on that list, right? So, well, there's one or two ways. You got to get to where he's at, right? Because we don't want him to get to where you're at. You got to get to where he's at, in order to do that, right? Writing down this list of people that you want to wrestle, right? You have to put pen to paper and write down your goals, right? It's easy to say, I want to be signed to WWE. Now you got to start writing the roadmap. How are you going to get there? What are you going to do to actually get there and to make this dream become a reality? And you got to think about it every single day. And I think we lost Lucas right here, but we got to think about it every single day. What can I do today to make that happen and make that dream happen? So we'll see if we can get Lucas back on. Lucas, are you there? He ain't there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's still there. He's just a little frozen.
You lost me, so I was like, okay, I need to fix this Wi-Fi or something. But awesome. Okay, I'm glad I'm still here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here to hear that, right? So every single day, right? What do I got to do, right? It starts with the little things that everything starts adding up, hitting the weights, eating better, right? Getting your mind right, staying focused. Who you got to keep focused every single day? That's you, right? You got to keep yourself focused and enthusiastic, because nothing great has ever been accomplished without enthusiasm.
Yeah,
so Walt
100%.
Emerson says so. But yes, so I definitely, right, want to make it practical, and just for everybody listening also, right, making it practical to really, we all want to accomplish the big goals, right? But the little daily things that we have to do, I want to eat that donut or that hamburger. I don't want to do my workout today. I don't want to do my 2 workouts today. I don't want to work on my gear design or my social media or something, right? Every day that you miss, somebody's putting in that work.
100%.
So, but yeah. So, did you have another question for our guy, young Lucas Riley?
Okay, Jason Griffith on YouTube wants to know, who was your biggest influence so far on your wrestling journey?
My biggest influence, honestly, and I think we're going back to this, probably Jake Atlas. We debuted a few months apart, and I feel he really like kind of put me on the right path. He really, I feel, opened a lot of doors for me, and working in certain promotions, I feel he really was a big influence to me in the professional wrestling world. Alongside Dom Kubrick and Alonzo Alvarez, those three are like my buddies right there for like the wrestling buddies, I guess. But so always whenever we have a question, we have anything to talk about, those are the guys we go to. But I think more than anything, it would be Jake Atlas for sure. He always has great advice when it comes to wrestling, and yeah, I would probably go with Jake Atlas. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake Atlas definitely is
a special character.
Yeah, he's a leader in the locker room, but also a big brother to a lot of the guys, right? Just a lot of very
has a good heart.
Very influential, you know. So it's great that you have that bond, you know, because your guys that you come up with, you got that little clique, your little ride or die, you know, buddies, and those are the guys that stick with you for your entire career, you know, because you know me, I always preach there ain't no friends from pro wrestling.
I was waiting for that.
I preach it.
Waiting for that.
But you know,
I was
coming here with Mongo, you know, it was 20 plus years. He's been my friend. So there are friends in wrestling. I think maybe my line should be updated to they're few and far between. But when you got friends like Jake, Dom, and Alonzo, and you got your crew, like there's nothing that's gonna break that bond, right?
I think it's a little different. I would say there is no friends in wrestling, but there are brothers in wrestling.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
I don't see Kaos as my friend. I see him as my brother.
And what do brothers do?
They fight.
Brothers fight, brother.
Hey, that's why I need that match. That's why I need that match with Atlas. That's why I need that match.
Hey, watch out, man. He plays rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will bust you up. Yeah, he will bust
I know.
you up. You probably need to gain another like 10 pounds,
20,
right?
15 pounds.
Yeah, gain another.
Yeah, even when he made the jump to Florida, he put on some nice too. So I mean, I need to go up. I don't think
true.
Yeah, there we go.
More tacos.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? Probably.
So let me ask you, Lucas. Right. So this is Santino Brothers Wrestling Podcast. You being an alumni to Santino Brothers, what's one thing that you wish you would have known before you entered wrestling school to help out some of the potential grapplers out there that may be on the fence on deciding if I want to go to wrestling school or not? So what's some of the things you wish you would have known?
So I've gotten this question before because again with the YouTube, I know a lot of people that want to become wrestlers, and they're like, what should I do like to prepare or before I even start wrestling school? And I always say this. I always say, like, really, really get in shape. Like at least you know, get your cardio right. Start hitting the push-ups. Start doing the squats, the crunches, because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard, and I feel that was the hardest part in my wrestling training, because I came in, I did the private sessions, and that was obviously just wrestling. But you got to get your cardio right. You can't do a match without having your cardio right. Because I mean, I watched before where my cardio was not great that day, and it sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world because I feel like I can't perform at my best, and it's like, God, like this sucks. Like I want to do so much more, but there's nothing in the tank, and that's the worst feeling. So get that cardio right, because trust you're gonna need it, like for sure. So, and one thing I've been doing, I've been working out six days out of the week, like I said. However, on Sundays, I really try to get the cards, and I do the cards workout because that really helps me with my cardio. You know, the push-ups, the sit-ups, I do the get-ups, like, you know, the getting up, whatever. I do the sit-ups, and then I do grape squishers for the jokers, and I feel that definitely got my cardio pretty good where I want it to be. So yeah, just really get your cardio up.
Yeah, I mean, because the truth is, you could spend a whole year training, learning all the moves, learning all the psychology, learning how to cut a promo, learning all of this. None of that matters if you're blown up in minute 3 of the match, you know. And the truth is, young Lucas could tell them, get in shape, get your cardio up. Chances are you're gonna get in shape, you're gonna get your cardio up. You're still not gonna be ready for what we bring to you at Pro Wrestling School at Santino Brothers.
Super important is having cardio.
Yeah, you definitely you gotta have cardio, 100%. So
if you go to wrestling school, start walking, start jogging, start running.
Something I always try to do is I over like so I know a lot of people. What do we do for the cards, Joey? Like what do we do for the cards usually at Santino's? I kind of forgot, but I go 15 with the jacks, 20 with the queens, 5 with the queens, 30 with the aces, and 50 with the jokers.
I want to say royal suits are 20 each.
Okay.
And then I want to say an ace is 30. Almost certain an ace is 30. I don't know about the Joker. Maybe is the Joker 30? Maybe the Joker's 30 and the ace is 25 then.
The ace was 15, I thought.
Oh, hey, I guess those are easy days.
Yeah.
Those
throwing us under the bus over here, huh? I didn't know we had easy days.
So they were nice to us.
Yeah, and we would do push-ups, squats, I think jumping jacks, which would be 3 to 1, burpees, get-ups. You could start doing so much, and really just doing it in a little bit of space. If you have enough room to put a yoga mat in, and I've been in these yoga studios in New York City where you're crammed, right? So if you're toppling over, you're in a domino effect to everybody in the studio. Yeah, so if you have enough room to put a yoga mat, you have enough room to do all these little exercises and get them done. No excuses, right, Lucas?
Yeah, exactly. So one thing, the reason why I brought that up is I see some people do the card workouts. So I always try to do more than like what everyone else is doing, because I'm like, okay, if I go over what everyone else is doing, then maybe this is like more than what you're supposed to do. I don't know. But so I'm like, I want to get better than what people are gonna expect. So for their expectations, I'm like, okay, this is easy. I'm not even tired. I always try to go over and beyond than what I'm supposed to. So when it's really game time, I'm more than ready.
Yeah, 100%, right? You want to be able to go out there on a moment's notice, and you got to have that mentality. As we're winding down, Lucas, I wanted to ask you something here. Right, we're in the quarantine, we're in the COVID era, lockdown. I don't know, however you want to say it. And at least out here in Los Angeles, in Southern California, I mean, we've been pretty much locked down and closed down, besides maybe 30 days in the middle of summer, for about 10 months. You've talked about you've gained 15 pounds. Any new skills? Have you learned anything in the last 10 months since we've been on COVID? What have you been doing the last 10 months to better yourself, occupy yourself, and up your skills?
I think that the biggest thing so far has definitely been gaining weight, working out consistently, nonstop. That's definitely been the biggest thing during quarantine. Like I said, I bought myself a new camera. So I've been trying to edit, so when I can vlog again, I could put out more things for my social media. That's been something. Obviously, watching wrestling, I've never stopped watching wrestling from way back. I don't know. That's always just been consistent. But yeah, I would say that the biggest thing for sure would be the weightlifting, because I think the most critique I've ever got was put on weight. That's been the biggest critique, the most over, like, just put in my head, put on weight. And I would try sometimes, but I really hammered it this quarantine. I was like, okay, there's not much I can do. let's get this going. And I tried to incorporate a little bit of like wrestling stuff, such as the get-ups and stuff like that, just to stay ready, really. Because I honestly, whenever an opportunity is, here, whenever COVID's done, I want to be ready. And I'm friends with Velasco. I saw him post one thing and it was so true, and it's something I've been thinking like about, and I've completely agree with, is when COVID is done, are you going to be ready or are you going to be playing catch up? And that's something I'm like 100%. That's exactly what I'm doing. Just staying ready. So when COVID is all done, I'm ready.
Yeah, and definitely right. Working on those promos just as important as that cardio. Mm-hmm. So let me just I got a follow-up question, and I'll let you ask all the questions you want. So if COVID lockdown quarantine ended right now, this minute, what would you do? What's the first thing you're gonna do?
The first thing I'm gonna do would probably hop in a ring, try to get out there, try to go out in places, try to venture out. That's my main goal right now, really. So that would probably be the first thing I would try to do, try to make those connections.
So what I want you to do right now, right, since we're still on lockdown, still in COVID era, still in quarantine, I want you to make a specific list. If COVID era ended right now, what's the first thing you do? Who is your first contact? Who are you reaching out to? Maybe you should reach out to them already. Start making start reaching out, making these relationships, so that way you're already on the radar, right? Taking that same advice that Wasco gave us. Are you going to be ready? You're going to be playing catch up. Yeah. Right. So I need you to make that list as just be ready specifically every single day on what you're going to do to accomplish those goals, Yeah. But yeah, because I got the utmost faith in you, young Luke. You're young, right? And whenever I see a young guy in wrestling, always reminds me of young Chaos. Always reminds me of a young Chaos. 21-year-old sensation for like 4 years.
Oh, like 10 years.
That's how young I was. So, right, don't ever fall into what fell into me of being an underachiever, right? The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Push through to make it happen, right? Because we could sit there and say, I want to do this. It'd be cool if I did this. Grab your balls and fucking do it. Make the list today on what you have to do.
That is correct.
Just adding a little bit to that. I don't think I could announce anything, but I've actually started on that already. I've started to contact some people. So hopefully something about that. I don't think anything is set in stone, but we'll see where it goes, and hopefully you'll be able to see me very soon. So
and that's how it is, right? 100 knocks on the door, and you might get 10 answers, and out of 10 answers, maybe you'll get one sell.
Right.
That's how it goes. That's how it is. Right? That's what they used to tell us wrestlers back in the day. Learn to love the taste of shit. That's what they said, right? Because it's going to be rough. Hey, and maybe it's not going to be rough, and you're going to have a great career. That's great. For a lot of us, it's rough out there, So really, it's a numbers game, pushing it out there. I definitely have the utmost confidence to see you accomplish your goals by being focused and enthusiastic. Is there anything you want to end with, Lucas? You want to tell the listeners that we have watching today?
No, I mean, thank you for having me first and foremost. Super honored. First guest on the Santino Bros alumni. So hey, number one right here. So
number one, brother.
Hey. Whoever's coming in number two, just remember, number two just means the first loser. So I mean, hey, sorry.
I don't know if you want to say that to the number two guest, but okay.
Okay. Wait.
I like
I don't know who's number. But no. In all seriousness, no, very happy to be on here. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Whenever COVID is done and I'm able to vlog again, I'm gonna be putting up those vlogs. The YouTube channel, just look up Lucas Riley. Maybe put up Lucas Riley Wrestling, because sometimes if you just search up Lucas Riley, you'll get some other stuff. So search up Lucas Riley Wrestling. My YouTube channel will show up.
At Lucas Riley 099 on Twitter and Instagram, and
Exactly.
youtube.com/Lucas Riley to find
Perfect.
YouTube. Yeah, I just really wanted to take the time to highlight the Santino Brothers alumni. You're the first guy that I had in mind when I wanted to do this with Mongo. I've been talking about it for long enough, so I'm glad that we really got a chance to get you out there. We definitely look forward to seeing you in the ring sooner than later, and definitely accomplishing your goals, and making the best. So definitely appreciate you having you on today, Lucas. And we'll definitely love to have you back. Although, man, I got a list about 150 alumni. So that's like
exactly.
Exactly. So we really appreciate you joining, and thank you for coming on and testing it out with us and seeing if everything works. So really appreciate it, and I hope everybody watching really enjoyed it. Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you guys. Thank you for all the viewers. Thank you.
All right, brother, you take care.
All right, awesome. Later, guys.
Later.
Man, so we just had Lucas Riley there, and I thought that was great to have him on. I like the format that we're using with our lower thirds and everything like that. We'll see how the feedback comes with the sound and everything. But next week we actually are going to be doing another podcast. We're going to be highlighting all the alumni of Santino Brothers Wrestling. So next week, we actually do have a
who's our guest for next week?
You want to see our guest for next week? Ooh. Should we do a countdown? I mean, I just like using the buttons.
Yeah, let's do it.
Man, Brody King gonna be on, so
that's exciting.
All right, so I guess we're done, Mongo.
We're done for today.
Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know, you know what? We had a lot of people on. I just want to actually shout out to some of the people watching, because I know we usually do a podcast and then all we do is focus on the comments.
Right.
Here we have a guest, so I wanted to shout out to Robert Solazano from YouTube. Damian Arsenic off Facebook was on today.
Spirit Crusher.
Yeah, Spirit Crusher. Good seeing him watching. Definitely gonna have him on the Spirit Crusher. Cesar Espinosa from Facebook was on. James Nelson on YouTube was on. Jose Gomez on YouTube. Good seeing you. Tim Greer was on. We were doing our Twitch. So we had Steampunk James was on our Twitch channel. We haven't been giving much love to our Twitch, and that's what we're trying to do. Give it a little bit more love. Good seeing you. Cedric from YouTube was on. Ray Gonzalez off Facebook. Oscar Cecina. Oh man, Pancho Kila. Pancho Kila was on. Good seeing you. Carnage, Gignac, was on. Rick Malara from Facebook was on. Good seeing you. Lorana, DJ Von Zell. Oh man, XPW photographer, man. That's my buddy right there, DJ Von Zell. Facebook, Kelby Klein off Facebook was on today. Obviously, Jezebel Romo was our producer.
And she said she was taking the day off, and she's
Yeah.
over here working. You can't trust her.
Yeah. Mom Pop Cat from YouTube was on today. Mariah Moreno was on today. Yeah, we gotta have Mariah Moreno on. Adolfo Cruz off YouTube was on today. And let's see. I think that those were the people that come. Ian from YouTube was on. Good seeing you. Justin Borden. Oh, that guy. Referee Elvis, right?
Yep.
Elvis Ref. Good seeing you, my friend. Gino Told You So from New Mexico was on today.
Right, Gino.
Ruby Reyes was on today. Good. Thank you for watching.
And special shout out to Eloisa Munoz and Alberto Mariquin. How do I?
Yeah, Alberto, all the way from Australia. Yeah, watching from all the way from Australia. Kiefer was on from YouTube. Dennis Perrion on from Facebook. HCW Backyard Wrestling from YouTube was on. Man, there's just so many people. Bill Chu, of course, was on. Good seeing you. Dane Burns was watching. Jason Griffin from YouTube was on. Eloisa, my aunt, Isha Munoz was on watching. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Sal Davalos was on. Raven Travis Berry, my buddy. Gerard Torres was on. Jason Griff, I think I said and then Gaius Tantalas to round it off. Everybody that comment, we really appreciate it.
Thank
Everybody
you.
watching, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and help us get to 100,000 on our YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah, we're trying to get it before the end of the year, and the YouTube just slowed down. So that we're trying to figure out. Algorithm. We need some videos to post. Yeah, so we're trying to do this live thing here. And I'm hoping sooner than later to get the rings back up so we can get back to the
what are you saying?
Get back. I'm just saying I'm hoping to get the rings back up so we can get back to the how-to videos. Because I miss it, and I feel like it's been like 26 years without access to a ring, except those years that they used to fuck me and a Supreme over and say what ring, and it'd be right there. But yeah, hey, we really appreciate everybody watching. Check us out, SantinoBros.net, and make sure to check out our next online class. Is going to be January 25th. And we appreciate everybody watching. So we'll catch you guys on the flip. Mongo, you got anything to say?
No, that's it. Happy New Year.
Your social medias, you want to throw them out there?
I'm on Instagram, Mongo Santino, Twitter on Mongo Santino, YouTube, Mongo Santino.
Jezebel, our producer.
Thank you very much today.
Where can we find you, Jezebel?
Basically on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Hit me up at Jezebel Romo, or definitely at Lucha Girls. Take your pick on what social media is for any of them.
And I wrote down like 2 pages of questions. I think I got to maybe 1. So yeah, check me out at Joey Kaos Munoz on Twitter, Instagram. I think you're probably already watching on my Facebook. So we'll catch you next week with the King himself, Brody King.
Ooh.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.
Sweet dreams.